Hello students. Hello students. How are you? Hope all of you are fine and doing well and also gone through the concepts which we have covered in the previous class for the topic matter around us. So today let's start our lesson. So before going to start, let's have a look on what we have learned, that is the previous knowledge. So we have discussed and learned what is matter, properties of solids, liquids and gases, and also three activities we have gone through regarding solids, liquids, gases, and observing the compressibility of different materials. So till here we have discussed in the last class, students. Now let us go for the remaining activities. So what are the remaining activities? What is the next activity? Nothing but activity 4, observing the diffusion of gases. Come again, what is the activity 4? Observing the diffusion of gases. Now, the name itself represents what is here? The highlighted word diffusion. Before going to know the diffusion of gases, let us know what is meant by diffusion first. Okay, so let's know what is meant by diffusion. Okay, what is diffusion, students? Let's know. Okay, so the word diffusion derives from the Latin word diffunder, which means to spread out. What is that, students? Which means to spread out. So what is the actual meaning of diffusion? To spread out. So let's have another point. Diffusion is the movement of a substance from an area of high concentration to an area of low concentration. So if you watch the picture which is in this slide, so the movement of particles will be like this. High concentration to the movement of particles to low concentration, and what will happen at the last? It used to spread out, that is diffuse it throughout equilibrium. This is the method. Okay. So what will happen, students? The movement of substance from an area of high concentration to low concentration, and finally it diffuses throughout the equilibrium like this in the picture. Okay, and what is the another one? This diffusion happens in liquids and gases. In liquids and gases. Why? Because their particles move randomly from one place to another. As the particles in liquids and gases moves randomly from one place to another, diffusion happens in liquids and gases. Understood, students? Make note of it. What is the actual definition of diffusion, from where it was derived? Please note it. Okay. Okay, students. So, to understand the term diffusion much better, let's do some activity. Okay, students. So, here is a picture. So, have you observed these two pictures? These two are one picture. Okay. What is this picture? Nothing but which you are very familiar with this picture. These sticks, first of all. Where do you use it, students? So, we use it mainly in pujas. In doing puja, we used to use it. Okay. So, you used to observe it frequently. In fact, daily. As you do puja, as your mother do puja early in the morning, you are familiar with these pictures, isn't it? What are these? These are incense sticks. which we can call also agarbatti. Okay, so let's do some activity. Okay, so students, these are nothing but incense sticks. So take one of your friend and ask one of your friend to hold this incense stick, that is not to unlit, just hold an unlit incense stick, and just tell him or her to stand at one corner of the room. Okay, just hold the unlit incense stick, and just tell her or him to stand one corner of the room. Then what you must do, just now you go and stand at other corner of the room. Okay, tell your friend to stand at one corner, and what you must do, you stand at one of the corner other than your friend stood. Okay, now what happens? Can you smell anything? Can you smell anything from that stick, incense stick? No. Why? Because your friend is just holding an unlit incense stick. Okay, now this time, now ask your friend to light the incense stick. So this time what you must say, just say your friend to light the incense stick. Can you smell anything now? Are you getting any smell from that incense stick? This time you will definitely get the smell, the aroma of that stick. Okay, you will sense, you will feel that, you will sense, okay, that smell. Understood? So this time you are sensing the smell, you are sensing it, you are getting some smell. So what is happening? Why do you get that smell, students? As your friend is lighting the incense stick and standing at one of the corner, and you are standing at the other corner. So why do you get the smell? What is happening? What makes you to get that smell, students? So here is what. When your friend light the incense stick, the scent in the vapor form and the smoke mix with air and moves across the room to reach your nose. So this is what actually happening. Why you're getting smell means, what is happening here? The scent in the vapor form and the smoke mixing with air and move across the room. Whatever the room you and your friend stood at the corners to reach your nose. Okay. So the movement of air, vapors of scent and smoke is known as, here in this case it is known as diffusion. Okay, so now let's have a look at this picture, diffusion of gases. Diffusion of gases. So if you have observed this, before diffusion how the molecules are or the particles are, and after diffusion see how it is. In this case, the smoke, vapor of scent and air are highly mobile. Highly mobile means highly moving, randomly moving, as we have learnt in the last slide, previous slide. Okay, highly mobile and are in the form of gases. Okay, this is what the actually diffusion is. So, what is happening here? The scent in the vapor form, which is in the vapor form, and the smoke mix with air and move across the room and reach our nose. This is why we are getting the smell of this incense stick. By this way the diffusion undergoes. Okay, so here is the picture how the diffusion of gases goes on, undergone. Okay students, understand? So you can do this activity at your home itself. This is a very fun activity. You can understand much better. So after this class, do this activity at your home, students. You will understand much better what is diffusion actually is. Okay, do it, students. Similarly, when you spray a perfume or deodorant in one corner of the room, it spreads soon to all directions. So here you have observing the perfume bottles here. So similarly, this is one of the example for the diffusion, students. So whenever you spray perfume or deodorant, you are observing as you are one of the family member or whatever used to observe, isn't it? So when you spray, just to observe it, if you spray a perfume or deodorant in one corner, it spreads soon to all directions. Here also diffusion occurs. So it spreads out. Okay. So this is what we have learned from the activity 4, diffusion. That is diffusion which we have observing the diffusion of gases. Observing the diffusion of gases. So this is what the actual activity. So hope you understand, students, what is the term or definition of diffusion. Okay, now let's go for the another activity 5. Now let's see the diffusion of liquids. Observing the diffusion of liquids. So students, activity 5 is nothing but observing the diffusion of liquids. So to do this activity, let's have a procedure. Let's do it. So before doing this procedure, just take 250 ml beakers and fill them with water as shown in the figure. As you're watching this picture, take 250 ml beakers and fill them with water as shown in the figure. Now, in the first figure, are you watching a dropper? Okay, so use a dropper and put a drop of blue or red. I mean, you can take blue ink or red ink, or you can also take a potassium permanganate solution. Come again, potassium permanganate solution. Okay, slowly along the sides of the beaker. See how they are dropping it. So use a dropper and put a drop of potassium permanganate solution. In this activity, we have chosen and we are using the potassium permanganate solution, students. We can also use blue ink or red ink or potassium permanganate solution. So by this way, just drop slowly along the sides of the beaker. Okay, understood what we am saying? Now, just to understand much better, just watch this video. Have a look. Okay, students. This is a conical flask filled with water. Okay, what do you have observed? What do you observe after adding the ink drop or potassium permanganate drop? As we have using here potassium permanganate drop, what do you have observed, students, after adding the drop? What do you observe? What do you conclude from this activity? What you have observed and what you conclude from this activity? So, what we have observed, students, what do you observe? If we add a drop of potassium permanganate in water, we see that the potassium permanganate diffuses very fast in the solution. Solution is nothing but here water. That is water. and within a short period of the time, the entire solution gets colored. The entire solution gets colored. Okay, like this. Okay, understood now? So what do you conclude from this activity, students? So as you have seen this activity, what do you conclude? So by this we can say, we observe that the liquids also diffuse into each other like gases. Liquids also diffuse into each other like gases. Here are some more examples of diffusion of liquid, students. As we have said in the last slide, dye molecules and water molecules. So by using dropper, when we drop it, what happens? See, these intermixes, the diffusion occurs, and the diffusion through equilibrium. So diffusion here in equilibrium state, see what happens here. So by using here the dropper, dye molecules and water molecules intermix and the diffusion occurs. Okay, similarly this way. This is red ink and this is blue ink. Understood, students? This is what? The diffusion of liquids. Observing the diffusion of liquids, which is nothing but the activity 5. Okay, so by this we have completed the activity 4 and activity 5. Now let's go for activity 6, nothing but observing the diffusion of particles of solids into liquids. Till now we have seen diffusion of gases, diffusion of liquids. Now for this activity, what we are learning? Observing the diffusion of particles of solids into liquids. For this what we must take? So as shown in the figure, take a beaker full of water and add a small potassium permanganate crystal to it. Okay, students, so what you must take? You just take a beaker full of water as shown in the figure and just add a small potassium permanganate crystal to it and observe what happens. Observe what happens. Okay, similarly, what do you observe now? What do you observe now? Just after adding a small potassium permanganate crystal to it, just note down the observations. What do you observe? Now, repeat the same experiment as how you have done with potassium permanganate crystal. Similarly, do the same experiment with the crystal of copper sulfate, nothing but CuSO4, copper sulfate. Okay, take the crystal of copper sulfate and just add to this water and just stir it with glass straw. Just watch it, what happens after adding. Okay, so now in the first time you have used potassium permanganate, the second time copper sulfate. Okay, so do you observe any diffusion, students? Do you observe any diffusion? Watching this pictures, I think you have got some idea regarding this, whether diffusion occurs or not. Okay, so do you observe any diffusion? What, students? Do you observe diffusion, students? Yes, diffusion occurs. You observe diffusion. You will observe diffusion. Why? Because small particles undergo diffusion more quickly than bigger particles. I repeat, small particles undergo diffusion more quickly than bigger particles. When solids like copper sulfate and potassium permanganate, what we have taken, the crystals of potassium permanganate in the first step, and in the second step copper sulfate we have taken. Both are solids, isn't it, students? Both are solids. So when solids like this copper sulfate and potassium permanganate are brought, whenever they brought contact with liquid, what the liquid we have taken here? Water. Okay. So whenever they are brought contact with liquid such as water, means we have taken liquid here, nothing but water. So intermixing of substances, that is the diffusion takes place. What happens? Intermixing of substances, that is diffusion takes place. So we definitely observe diffusion in these two cases, that is in case 1 potassium permanganate and similarly in the case 2 what we have taken copper sulfate. Okay students, understood? Okay, so that's what, when we add copper sulfate crystals to water, we observe diffusion. Okay, understood? So, from the above activities, what we can conclude, it is clear that solids and liquids diffuse into liquids and gases diffuse into gases. Okay, so by this, we have completed our activities. Okay, just go through these activities after the completion of the class, students. Okay, take note of it, students. Understood till now? So, students, till now you have an idea regarding what is meant by diffusion and how it undergoes. Okay, so with this knowledge, here is a question to you. Students, anytime do you question yourself as how the aquatic animals and the plants, are nothing but the animals and the plants which are living in water survive? So do you question anytime yourself how the aquatic animals and the plants survive? Have you questioned yourself anytime, students? Have you got any doubt regarding that? How do they survive in water? How do they get oxygen? Isn't it? Have you questioned? So what happens? Here are some of the pictures. See, watch these pictures. The first picture indicates nothing but the aquatic animals like fishes, starfish, seahorse, so and so. And similarly, the second pic, nothing but lotus, the plants, aquatic plants. What's happening here? The oxygen and the carbon dioxide diffuse and dissolve in water. Diffuse and dissolve in water and support the survival of aquatic animals and plants. Come again. Oxygen and carbon dioxide diffuse and dissolve in water, and by this they support the survival of aquatic animals and plants. So by this the diffusion is very important process for living things. So see how the diffusion undergoes here. Diffusion therefore is a very important process for living things. Understood now, students? So this is also applicable for human system. So if you observe this picture, what is happening here? The oxygen diffuses from lungs into blood. Oxygen here diffuses from lungs into blood, and similarly carbon dioxide diffuses from blood into lungs. From blood into lungs, the carbon dioxide diffuses. This is the process which undergoes. Now, coming to the rate of diffusion. So, the rate of diffusion in which it is higher in gases when compared to both liquids and solids. The rate of diffusion of gases is higher than that of liquids or solids. So, it is higher in gases than that of liquids or solids. Okay, understood, students? So, students, today what we have learned, what we have discussed, observing the diffusion of gases, and diffusion of liquids, and also diffusion of particles of solids into liquids. So these are the activities what we have discussed today. Hope you understood and take notes from this lesson. Thank you, students.